First plot tour for ages then, isn't it?
Yes, 2nd of June.
2nd of June. I don't think we've done one since March.
No, it's summer now and we haven't really had a spring, have we?
No.
Except for maybe 2 days,
Yeah.
2 or 3 days at the end of May. And it's probably our first evening tour.
It is, yeah.
So it's what time?
Long shadows.
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock in the evening. And we're starting off at our autumn planted onion bed as usual. And they're doing quite well.
One of the few things that are doing quite well. Got some volunteer potatoes in there, haven't we?
Do you know, every time we come down here,
You take some seed heads off.
I pick these off. And more and more and more come. Some round the other side that I'll get later.
So
Cardoons are pretty enormous now.
they are. We've had no sort of gale force winds for a month or so, have
No,
we? So
they're looking good.
they're looking good.
As are the irises down there.
Yep.
Don't pull, Rubes.
So the perennial bed doesn't look too bad really, does it?
No, just a few bits of grass
It
that
looks better from this side than the other.
we.
There's a few bare bits at the other
Yeah,
side.
I planted 1 or 2 lupins that were left over from the garden, didn't
Yeah.
I, the other day?
Yeah.
But the irises are looking lovely.
Yeah, they're really nice, aren't they?
That's something's blown one over.
Yeah. Some buds on the roses.
Yeah. It's a shame about those.
Oh, Rubes, it's an iris. It's not going to do you any harm.
You're frightened of a flower. Wimp.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened to these beans.
No, we put them out when the weather had started to turn, didn't we? But
Well,
it
it
was wet
started.
and horrible in the mornings and then
Yeah,
sunny, and we wondered whether we'd got some scorch,
Yeah.
didn't we?
yeah.
1 or 2 look all right. Well,
Yeah.
a few look all right.
Hopefully they'll pick up.
And some look dead.
Yeah. First lot, though, are looking really well.
They are flowering.
So these have had the worst of all the weather, haven't they?
Some lovely flowers on there.
Yeah.
And broad bean flowers actually have quite nice perfume. Not that I can smell it at the moment. What are you doing, Ruby? These are bushed out lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are what?
Demonica.
Demonica, and they're masterpiece green long pod, aren't they?
Yeah.
Don't know if the variety's got anything to do with
No.
it. I'm going to the brassicas.
Yeah, gone then.
Come on.
So these are the ones bought in from DT Brown's, and they look really well.
We did have one hairy moment when we just put them in and it was really cold and they went a bit pinky, didn't they?
Yeah.
We thought we were going to be
We should
unlucky.
soon have some cabbages. These ones, these at the end, these.
Yeah,
So we should soon have some of those.
good. We've had a lean spell with brassicas, haven't we?
Certainly have. New strawberry bed.
Yeah. So we've got 12 Christine, 12 Malwinner, I think, or maybe with a few less actually. No, we've 10 Christine, 10 Malwinner, and then we've some Albion that Thompson and Morgan sent to us for free. They're the smaller plants, aren't they?
Yeah. And then on this side are our early potatoes, 2 rows of Casablanca. And they're looking better than they did. Strangely enough, even though it's been cold, we didn't get potatoes frosted because
No, we didn't.
none of them dared show their heads above ground.
Are we having a nice sit? Not for long. And these are Apache potatoes.
So this nearest row went in earlier than the other three.
That's right,
which are now ready for a bit of earthing up, I think.
We've not put weed control fabric down this year, have we? Not
No.
through any reason other than we haven't had
We just
time.
haven't time to get
We
it
just
down. We
wanted
just had
to
to get stuff in because it was
Plant things
into
didn't we?
May when we were planting potatoes. So this row, under this weed control fabric, look really well, don't they, these 3 rows here?
Are they Nicola?
No,
remember which they
I
are.
can't remember which ones they are now.
You'll have to put a little note.
Yeah.
Come here, Ruby. What have you found? Come on. Rhubarb's looking good.
Rhubarb has loved the wet weather, hasn't it?
Yeah, and the cool
Absolutely
weather.
adored it. Yeah,
it likes
cool wet weather. It's loved it.
Had to take quite a few flower heads off.
Yeah. And we think these are raspberry red. Fairly sure that these are raspberry red stalks.
Or it could be grooveless.
No, because I don't think these are big enough, I think.
Right. And we think that's the perpetual
That's
one.
Poulton's Pride, that one.
This is the first year they've really produced big stems.
Yeah.
We're all up ready for the...
Yeah, canes are up ready for the runner beans, but the runner beans are... We're still waiting for them to come up in pots at home.
You've only just put them in though, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of days ago. So, yeah, I suppose we're well behind some other people, but I'm pretty sure we'll get a crop even if it's late.
Then we've got carrots in here.
Carrots under this environ mesh. And some rows are coming through quite well.
There
Some
are,
aren't.
what, 4 varieties in here?
3.
I thought there were 4, because we had 4 things of each one.
Oh, maybe we did then.
So we've got,
Amsterdam forcing,
is it Romance?
Romance, Flaky,
And Flaky.
and
That's what I said, Romance.
is that 4 we've said?
Romance, Amsterdam Forcing, Flaky, and another one.
Sweet Candle.
Could be Sweet Candle, yeah.
This bed will be, or should be, brassicas, but it's not ready yet. I'm hoping there's one over the other side.
Dahlias were growing really well, weren't they?
Yeah,
And then,
but we've either had pigeons or slugs,
or a
or a
combination.
combination of the two.
These are the old.
These are the old roots, but they've all got a little bit of green, so they're all sort of growing. But
This is starting again. That was devastated.
they sort
Don't know
of
about this one. Oh yeah, this one has
some
as well.
coming. So they're all coming. It's just a question of they're a bit late.
And we're
We're hoping for
peas
sweet
behind, aren't
peas
we?
this year, aren't we? We had.
Yeah. They're
We had-
growing reasonably well, actually.
Yeah.
They've only been in, what, just under a week?
No, I've been in longer than that, I think.
Well, a
but
week maybe.
yeah.
Not long.
At least we're hoping for some flowers this year, aren't we?
Yeah.
Fruit will be anybody's guess what we get. I think we'll get some black currants.
I think the bush fruit will probably be okay.
Yeah.
It's the tree fruit that we're
Yeah.
not so sure of. Because the bush fruit, it doesn't have big petally flowers, does it?
No.
Parsnips.
These are just showing some signs of coming through, but it's been a real struggle with the weather from very dry
Where there are
and
two
cold
like
to
there,
wet and cold.
I'll pull one out when
Yeah.
they get going.
It's a
And-
pity they don't transplant.
It is. And you've
The cold
Put some
frame's all ready
posts
for
on 'em,
some
you're ready
tomatoes
to-
to go in. It just needs some environment around the sides.
But you put some posts in, didn't
Yeah,
you,
this
in the
year
corners?
it's got some posts in the corner hammered into the ground because it rotated last year when
Blew
we
away
had
twice, didn't it?
strong winds. Yeah, we had bricks trying to hold it down, hoping these posts will be
Didn't work,
a
did
better
it?
option. No, it didn't. So we've got some josterberries, haven't we? But we
Yeah.
need to keep the wood pigeons away.
I didn't prune them this year.
Well, there's sort of some bits have got quite a lot on them. Could
Yeah,
be quite
yeah.
a decent crop on there.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't prune them anymore.
Maybe not. They're quite big though, aren't they?
Yeah. Nice perfume from those. Problem is with the fruit beds, I haven't had a proper chance to weed them this year like I normally do. Usually do it over sort of beginning of end of winter.
Yeah. I'm just going to go around because I think the rhubarb round this other side is that crimson giant, grooveless crimson giant. What? Which one of those?
Giant crimson
Yeah,
grooveless.
go on then.
We'll have to come because Ruby's following you.
Right. Suddenly blowing windy. So I had some stems off this the other day, and the stems are quite enormous. I think I took a couple of stems off this and they weighed the same amount as about 8 off Timperley
Yeah,
early.
they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I've forgotten what this is called.
I was going to tell you and I can't. You usually tell
It's
me.
self-seeded, that.
Yeah.
Go on,
Yeah.
Ruby. She's frightened of the rhubarb
Rhubarb.
leaves, so she's pulled me through at a rate of knots. Where are we going?
Let's do these apples.
Right.
So some of the apples I don't think will fruit this year. Basically because they all flowered, or some of them flowered when we had some really keen frosts. So whilst, well, they might be the odd one on here.
This has grown quite a lot this year.
It has, yeah. But like I say, I
Tickled
think,
pink, that one.
yeah, the frost did for a lot of the apples, but sort of the ones that might have flowered later have got a bit of protection.
There's some on that.
Yeah, there's quite a few on this one, which I think will be discovery.
Yeah.
The other one to have a look at was that
Fiesta.
because Fiesta flowered late.
I think the one, it tended to, these at this side tended to flower late, didn't they?
Yeah.
And there are some.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few on this with a bit of luck.
That was loaded with blossom.
Yeah.
There's loads, isn't there?
Yeah. So this might well be our apple crop
It
this
might
year.
be. Pears we don't know, do we? Because they flowered when it was frosty.
Yeah, I don't think there's many. There's
There's
one or two.
One here.
Yeah, there's just
Oh,
one or
there's
two.
some there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll do all right.
And these are the blueberries.
So they've got some on as well, haven't they?
Hopefully, these have got some, yeah. There's quite a bit of fruit.
Yeah.
Excuse
Have to
me.
start getting the netting up, won't I?
Mm. I cut this vine back last
Yeah.
the other day.
I'll just stick camera up to the glass.
Come on.
So the greenhouse was sort of cleared out, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
the tomato plants have gone in.
Not sort of, it actually was cleared out.
Yeah, it was a lot worse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll be okay now.
Yep.
Only small, but we've struggled through the cold weather. There was a time when they were spending daytime in the greenhouse, night time in the house.
And the tayberry's got fruit.
Yeah. Plums, I think, are more or less non-existent.
I've found some plums.
Yeah, there's odd ones, but in general,
It's not like normally, is it?
no.
About the green gauges, they're the
Again,
same.
just there might be odd ones, but
Trouble is, these flower really early anyway,
yeah,
don't they?
yeah. First into flower, really, aren't
Yeah.
they? So they got the worst of the cold weather. It wasn't just one night; it was night after night.
It was, yeah. A lot of the stuff on this side's not sorted yet, is it?
No,
The autumn raspberries are...
looking much better than when they were frosted.
Yeah, they are.
They all got caught with the frost, didn't they?
They did.
So those are the potatoes. The last lot of odds and ends are through.
Do you want to go up there or not?
I'll just bob up and then come
Okay.
back. So we've got one bed that we've got nothing in, and then this bed had the last potatoes to be planted, which are now coming through, and they're just some odds and ends that we had. This bed we're hoping is going to be our brassicas. We've got some to plant out. So this is the next job, to see
Just
if we can
got to
actually
do
get some
get some
brassicas
weeds
in
out,
here.
haven't we?
Yeah.
Come on, Rubes. Come on. These are the spring planted onion.
Yeah,
Or
we
one
moved
lot of
them
spring.
round from the other side, didn't we? Because we
Yeah,
had a
one lot of
crop
spring
failure last year,
planted
didn't we,
onions.
round the other side.
They are a bit close together, but we don't want our onions too big, do we? Or we
No.
can't use them in just one meal.
It's so confusing now because the ground looks so dry, yet sort of a few inches down it is absolutely wet through.
What are you doing? Oh, Rube, don't. Come on. Potatoes are
Couple
coming
of rows
through.
of potatoes coming through. And then a bed that needs sorting out. That I know I've kept having a go, but it's just
Soggy,
this
isn't
bed's
it?
too wet to dig. It's just waiting to dry out. I don't know whether I can do this one-handed, but this is what I mean by too wet. Just sticky, claggy, horrible. Can't do anything with that till it dries out a little bit.
Soggy, isn't
Wet
it?
and soggy. It just won't dig.
We've got various varieties of raspberries. This one looks well.
Yeah, well, they all look.
There's one or two. I'm not sure about this variety.
Yeah.
This looks a bit...
Sorry for it.
Yeah, it's got
You
some
see,
fruit,
it's
but
it's been really wet, hasn't it? And they
Yeah.
probably don't like
they
it.
don't
as
like
wet
they
as
don't
it
like
is.
it soggy.
No.
Daft as it seems, it's the two-end varieties that
Yeah.
seem to be doing the best.
Yeah.
These are ones that we sort of rescued from around the other
Yeah.
side, aren't they?
Yeah. And then another one that's doing really well.
In fact, there's some fruit set on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby.
These are our trial potatoes, aren't they?
Yeah, these are
Royal, McCain Royal,
McCain Royal. They're another free lot that
Thompson and
Thompson
Morgan.
and Morgan sent us. So we're trying those out. And then at this side is our second planting of peas. The first lot just disappeared, didn't they?
Yep.
Well, no, they didn't disappear. They never appeared.
No, we don't know whether something had the seed or the seed just rotted, but certainly I couldn't find any. When we put the second lot in, I had a careful look and I couldn't find any peas that were left at all.
And we're not the only ones to have to do a second sowing on site, are we?
No, yeah. If you look around, some people have got some quite nice peas that are doing all right.
Then over the far side we've got some more. What are you doing? We've got some more spring planted onions and some garlic.
Yeah. And then there's 3 beds here that we've got to sort out. That still need digging over, I think, or at least the top loosening up, because it's really getting baked now in this warmer weather.
And the old strawberry bed's due for renovation, isn't it? But these sweetheart ones at the end are doing really well, so I'm going to try and get some cuttings, well, some runners off them, and put them round the other side with the new in the new bed. They do produce a heck of a lot of runners.
Then we've got some in the middle that you can see why we need to
replace
redo
it. It is its 4th year, I think.
Then these strawberries.
These are sweetheart as well.
In these containers.
They actually came from runners from the other plants.
And then these are El Santa, aren't they?
Look at all the fruit on that one over there.
Some of these have got plenty of fruit on.
Yeah. I'm going to try and get some runners off these as well.
So it's a question of getting some net over these as soon as we can, before anything starts to show.
As soon as they start to go red.
Signs are going red, blackbirds will be in.
Sorry.
Rubes knows where we're going.
More potatoes.
Yep, and they've all come through in the last week, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and they're suddenly starting to kick off, aren't they, a bit?
Yeah. But we have had some much warmer weather over the last week, haven't we?
Yeah.
And as a precaution, these are our new dahlia tubers.
Is it held down?
Eh?
I thought I was going to let you have a peep underneath, but...
No, it's all held down.
Held down.
So as a precaution, we just covered them up because we didn't know whether it was pigeons or slugs.
So it'll protect from the pigeons, but if it's slugs, we're just hoping that the drier weather...
There didn't look to be any slug damage on those. So
maybe the drier weather will keep them
deter the slugs a bit.
Underground.
It's at least dry on top, isn't it now?
Yeah.
But we reckon we're 3 weeks to a month behind due to the weather. I think they all look all right.
Yeah.
We're going to intersperse these, aren't we, with some annuals and things.
Some cosmos and various other things. Come on. Come on.
That's about it, I think, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, thanks for watching.
Oops.
What were you doing then?
Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye. Ruby, come on. You're going to say bye-bye?